So cool to have everybody here. And I think we all recognize Dayna's leadership and her influence in this state. And I couldn't be more grateful to be working with her. And I'm so proud that she's the new Vice President of BDA Oklahoma. Yeah!
Just like a lot of our expansion, at times it's based around the leader. I met Dayna Parker at multiple conferences, kind of like this, where just kind of networking, realizing that you have similar values in common, and by spending a lot of time, just kind of on the fly with Dayna, similar to what occurred with Isaac 6 years ago, realizing that they have a similar interest in building something differently, building an organization in a different state.
Like Brett said, we're getting nothing but great vibes here about Dayna and all the great work she's doing. So really exciting to be here.
I often feel like when we start up somewhere, you're almost going back to scratch. I regularly get reminded it's like a blessing and a curse. Starting from scratch 20 years ago, there were many wrinkles, I had to learn as we go. But in this situation, they're different because you're in a different geography. The obstacles that we come across are not that insurmountable ever, especially when we all come together. We sat in this room. It was kind of a last-minute thing during lunch. We brought our lunch in this room, and having leaders from multiple states all here at the same time, we all kind of like converged here and started sharing ideas. And some of the ideas that they're engaging in out in California and Texas seem like they'll really benefit us in New Jersey and Pennsylvania and some of their systems, given that they were able to start from, say, zero, and form their procedures and build upon it. We realized that they have so many things that are buttoned up really neatly when it comes to HR procedures, data collection, and the ideas that we were sharing right there. I could tell that the team was coming together. It doesn't matter where we are. The systems and the principles all apply, and it's just a matter of figuring out how to share. So I just thought there was a good energy around the room. What's great about this is that, there are certain things that you're so much more buttoned up with and organized with, where we constantly are chasing our tails in many ways, especially Pennsylvania, because that's where the growth is happening the most rapidly. We're constantly kind of like reactively trying to figure out a system to mitigate liability. But a lot of the things you're doing are a little more buttoned up, like in a way that's organized.
I think it's also coaching the leaders in Pennsylvania, right? As to, again, how to be a leader, because I think that, we experienced it in Texas. It's a lot of people brand new in leadership.
Yeah.
They're like, what? Like, we were peers and now I'm your supervisor. So how do I adjust, right? And so then we're like, tap into your BCBAs because they've gone through it,
We need these really open forum discussions because the pandemic's, for the most part, in the rearview mirror. Things are changing. The ABA industry, there's rapid consolidation and rapidly changing licensures in different states. The medical industry really diving into it. So as an organization that's still a clinician operated organization, it can be pretty daunting to tackle some of these business processes that you'll have private equity with these really high levels chief operating officers that have been doing this for years, and a lot of this stuff we're doing, we're kind of learning as we go. So when we come together, it's a supportive, nurturing environment, I think.
Well, I've really enjoyed it. It's a great venue. I actually kind of like, it's a smaller conference, but it's on a university campus, University of Oklahoma. So the main lecture hall looks great. I think it's a great setup for a conference. We've got a top-notch keynote who's going to be speaking this afternoon. And the other presenters we've seen have all done an excellent job. Combine that with the hospitality out here in the Midwest. It's been great.
Well, we just wrapped up our 3rd annual Oklahoma ABA Association conference, and it was incredible. It exceeded all expectations, and a huge shout out to the conference committee for putting so much hard work into it. And I really do look forward to next year as each year just gets better and better. I'm also just so thrilled to have Brett DiNovi Associates here in Oklahoma, serving children and families and making an impact through ABA therapy. I'm so honored to be a part of it, and I just cannot wait to see what this next year brings and the future years bring.